How to set up Vera UI7 to automatically change modes. Hey everybody, Jerry Miller, 007 Systems. We are today going to do a tutorial video on how to make your Vera system UI7. The UI is UI7, and we are going to today show you how to make your modes automatically change from one mode to the other. The Vera comes stock with 4 modes: home, away, night, and vacation. And these modes you can change by opening the UI and clicking on them, as I'm doing here. But it's kind of a pain in the butt because who remembers at 8:30 to turn your system on night mode from home mode? So we're going to set it up today so it'll do this automatically on a schedule. And even if you have a job schedule, it'll go into away mode when you leave to go to work. So let's get to it real quick. This is going to require 2 things. The first thing is going to be an app that's or an add-on made by Vera Inc. themselves, and we're going to install that. And the second one is going to be the second part is going to be a scene to change the mode when you want it to change. So let's go ahead and change or install the app. So let's go to the app section here. And you'll notice we have nothing in My Apps, so we're going to go down to Install Apps to look for it. The app or add-on is called House Modes Plugin, so just type in HOUSE Modes, and then hit Search, and it'll pull it up. Now go ahead and click the details and install, and we'll go ahead and install that add-on. Now this may take as long as a couple minutes, depending on how busy Vera is and your internet connection and everything else. So I might have to cut out and then come back in when this is installed. Okay, it looks like the app was installed correctly. Just so you know, I did get an error from Vera stating that the app was not able to install correctly, but then it quickly went away and I finished the installation. It did take about 2.5 minutes, maybe close to 3. So now we're going to go ahead and click the exit like it's instructing here and let it finish installing that app. Now if we go to My Apps, we should see the House Modes plugin. Click Details. I recommend checking the auto update just to keep it updated in case there's a problem later on that they discover and they make a fix to it, and that needs to be updated on your system. So make sure that's checked. So now we're going to go ahead and go back, and now we're going to go to the Scenes area, and we're going to create a scenes to change the modes when we want them to. Now, just something to remember here, the scenes, you're going to need a scene for changing each mode. So if you want to go from home to a night mode, you're going to need a scene for that. If you're going to change it back to a home mode from night mode, then you're going to need another scene for that. If you want to go from home to away, you're going to need a third scene for that. So each mode change is going to require a separate scene. Now you can create different schedules within that scene, which I'll show you in a bit, but just remember you're going to need a scene for each. So let's create our first scene. We're going to click Add Scene. Let's get rid of the tutorial stuff, and then we're going to go to Schedule, and we're going to click on Daily. Now you probably can't see these drop downs here like I can because my recording software doesn't record them for some reason. But you have some presets here that you can select, or you can select an exact time of day. These presets are sunrise, sunset, before sunrise, before sunset, after sunrise, and after sunset. So if you want to select those, you can select those, but those change during the year. Sunrise and sunset can be different each day of the year. From winter to summer could be like 2 hours difference. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead and select those. But right now we're just going to select the time of day because most people go to bed at the same time every day. We're going to select an hour. Now in this drop down, you'll see all the hours here. So we'll select 9 p.m. and then we'll go ahead and select p.m. and we'll click Validate. Now it'll create the first trigger. So every day at 9 p.m. it's going to do whatever we tell it to do in this scene. So now we're going to go ahead and click Next Step, and then we're going to select Next Step. Actually, we're going to select over here and create an action. See right here, step 2, device actions. What do you want to have happen? So now we're going to select a device, and we're going to select that house modes plugin that we just installed. So if you have a bunch of devices in here, you might have to look for it, but go ahead and select that. Click next. Now this is going to be from home to night. So we are going to go ahead and select the night mode and click validate. So now every day at 9 p.m. this is going to go immediately into night mode. Now we're going to click next step, and then we're going to go ahead and title this home to night mode. Just because I can't. Okay, there we go. And then finish, and it's going to go ahead and install that scene in our system. So every day at 9 p.m., and you'll see that pop up any second here, it's going to go from home to night mode at 9 p.m. every day. Now we're going to create another scene. Let's test it first. Let's have some fun before we go on. So let's go on to dashboard and find out where exactly we are. So we're in away mode right now. So we're going to go ahead and put it in home. So now it's in home mode, and we're going to go back to the scenes, and we're going to run this scene. And it's going to go from home to night, so it should do it as soon as we run it. Go back to dashboard, and you'll see it is now in night mode. So that was easy. Easy to do, quick and easy. Okay, so now we're going to go back to scenes. We're going to create another scene. And we're going to schedule this again on a daily basis. Time of day, we're going to select it. See, I go to work at 8 a.m. and I want to get up at 7, but I want the thermostat to kick on a little early and do what it's supposed to do when it goes into home mode. So I'm going to say, let's say 6:30 a.m. and I'm going to validate that. So now every day at 6:30 a.m. because I get up at 7 and I want the house a little bit warm before I get up. So the thermostat will kick on when it goes into home to the temperature that I've preset in the dashboard. And let's go on with this. Click the next step. We're going to do a device, house modes plugin again. Click next. Now we're going to go into home, validate, and then we're going to go next, and we're going to name this night to home mode. And we're going to, before we finish it, something I want to tell you about, and that's when you want these scenes to run. And it's right here, when I am in any mode. Now, obviously, if you're in vacation mode and you're away from the house, you don't want it to go into the home mode. So we're going to select, let's see, we're going to deselect vacation because we don't want the vacation mode to go into home mode. If we're in vacation mode, we want to keep it in vacation mode for as long as we're, let me get this out of your way, for as long as we're in vacation. So in night mode, yes, I want it to go to home mode. In away mode, I might want it to go into home mode. And home mode, yes, okay, so we're going to click down on that. So now in 3 other modes, we've told this to go into home mode. So we're going to go ahead and finish this. Okay, one last thing. I wanted to go and check this and do the same thing here. We don't want it to go into night mode when we're in vacation mode. So we're going to deselect vacation mode there. That's in our first scene. That's from home to night. So we're going to go ahead and finish that. Let it save it again. So now with both of these scenes installed, they're going to go from home to night at 9 p.m. and then night to home at 6:30 a.m. And if it's in vacation mode, it's not going to change these modes automatically. So that's kind of important. I wanted to make sure you guys understood that you deselect that vacation mode in there. And if you're, if you got it in away mode and you work during the night and you're setting these schedules up at night, you don't want them to conflict, so you might want to deselect the away mode too. But for us working, during the day, I don't think that's going to cause a conflict. So we want to keep the away mode selected on there. So now we've got 2 of these scenes selected. So let's go ahead and test the second one because we haven't tested that yet. So now if we go to the dashboard, we should see we're still in night mode. So go back to the scenes and we're going to run the night to home mode. Run that scene. Now we should be in home mode. There it goes, automatically going to home mode. Great, so that scene's running. So now we have 2 scenes. home to night and night to home at their respective times. So now, let's say you have a weekend schedule different from your daily schedule, and you don't want it to go into night mode quite so early on the weekends, and you don't want it to go into home mode quite so early on the weekends also, because you get up a little bit later and you don't want the heater kicking on so early. So what we're going to do is create two schedules now in the same scene. So we're going to edit the home tonight, and we're going to edit this one scene right here. And instead of doing it daily, it's going to be on a weekly schedule, and we're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So Sunday, I'm sorry, it's Monday, not Friday. Sunday through Thursday, we're going to be doing this one, but instead of 9 p.m., we are going to be doing, and we're going to leave it at 9 because this is the work week, and we're going to change that to p.m., and we're going to click validate. So now during the week, during the business days of the week, well, Sunday night and through Thursday, it's going to be 9 p.m. So now we're going to add another schedule, and we're going to say this is going to be a weekly schedule, and it's going to be Friday and Saturday nights. Now this is the weekend, and we're going to do time of day, let's say 11 p.m., a little bit later now, and validate. So now we have two different schedules, one during the weekdays to get up early for work, or go to bed early for work at 9 p.m. And then on the weekend, Friday and Saturday, 11 p.m. it's going to go into night mode. So we're going to click next step, and we're going to finish that, and it's going to save that with those two new schedules. Now on the wake up schedule from night to home, we're going to go do the same thing. We're going to edit this trigger, and we're going to call it a weekly trigger now, and it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And again, let me think about this. Sunday morning, yes. Monday morning, Thursday morning. No, we want Friday, right? Friday morning and not Sunday. So these are going to be early in the morning each day. So yes, we don't want to do it the way we did it before, because Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. is going to be a work day, and then Friday morning at 6:30 a.m. is going to be a work day, but Saturday morning is not. So we want to keep the schedule at the early time of 6:30. So we'll go to 6:30 a.m. Validate, and then we're going to create the second one weekly, and it's going to be Saturday and Sunday at, let's say you want to sleep in until, I don't know, 9 a.m. There we go. So now we got two schedules here. We got every weekday, Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. and every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. to go from night to home. And go to next step, and then validate and save that. And now your system will change into the mode you want when you want it to. Now, if you have a workday schedule, you want it to go in away mode, say you have to be to work every day at 9, and it takes you half an hour to get to work, put it in away mode at 8:30 a.m. every, Monday through Friday, your workday schedule, and it will do that. These schedules are easy to set up. They work all the time. They're flawless, and you'll love having them, so you don't have to ever change the modes yourself again. So good luck with it. And if you have any questions, as usual, give us a call or email us, and enjoy it and take care. Thanks.